me, it started at a local club back in Rosyth. Played for Rosyth United Boys Club. Yeah, just trained with my brothers because they needed a help out and they didn't have enough players one week. And then from there, you know, I've just been playing since then, and moved to a girls team when I was 13 years old and played for Bayside Girls. And then from there, Hibs came in, and I knew that football's what I kind of wanted to do from there on. So I knew that coming to a big club like Hibs was going to be the one for me. I used to have to get up at 5 o'clock to make morning training at the Oriam. I then would have to drive back to Inverkeven to go to high school for obviously the day, and then I'd usually have to leave high school early to come back through to HTC to train.
Chloig clúigead ar Jean Callie Gibb le Hibs an toiseach ag ús 5 bliana déag agúis. In dé Jean Tronan Academy, Rennie and Cógúna Glúisic Spartans is siad ag barach úne clúig ar a farc.
I think it was really difficult. You know, I'd obviously started to get some minutes in the first team and I was training with them regularly. So after speaking with Grant, and he didn't necessarily want me to leave, but we both knew that it was the right thing for me in my career at that time. I needed to go and experience first team football consistently and, you know, compete to get a game. So I knew that going to Spartans was going to do that. You know, necessarily didn't know I was going to be at Spartans for that long, but the 5 years that I had there taught me so much about myself and as a player and as a person, so it was really great for me, and you know, a big step that was scary but definitely the right move. Getting to play under Debbie, you know, what an amazing manager that she was, and the players that I've played with, I got to play with my best friends and I got to make friends that have lasted a lifetime. I still speak to week in, week out, so for me it was just that, and getting pushed on by players. You know, I had Alana Marshall was my captain for 5 years, who had been in the game such a long time, played over in different countries and things. So I think for me, we didn't really win any big trophies that we maybe necessarily should have or wanted to have, but it was just a great experience from a young age to be given the opportunity and the trust to play in that league and be a regular starter for the club.
In dé úne gurich ach sorvacho le Partick Thistle, ha Callie Irash go Hibs Isa sa dhéireann. Leis an skippe a púteag son an títal, va fisiche gan féimigí toisiche go skippalta.
It was a really fast, stressful day. Brian pulled me in and I thought, oh no, what have I done? I was like, I've made a mistake on Sunday, what's going on? And he just said to me, look, Grant's asked for you on loan till the end of the season. He was like, it's up to you at the end of the day, but this is an opportunity that you really need to take. And if I was you, he was like, I'd be jumping in it and saying yeah. I was a bit scared at first because it meant that I was going to have to quit my job at Spartans that I'd worked at for 4 years, and going into the unknown was something that I really wasn't sure about. You know, quitting a job with a steady pay to come play, it was nerve-wracking, but I knew that to be a full-time footballer was something I've always wanted to do. We were looking at that point to win the league and really compete, and I felt a lot of pressure on me to come in and you know, work hard and prove that I deserved to be there. You know, there was a lot of other players in the league that Grant could have gone and asked for, but he chose to come and ask for me, so I was very honoured in that sense, but I just wanted to do him and the club proud. I've gone from, you know, being in the bottom six pretty much most of my career to going in, walking out in Ibrox to potentially win a league trophy was surreal, to be fair, and you know, just a really proud moment. The game was exceptionally tough for us all. We were quite short-legged, we didn't have much of a squad at that point, so it took a lot, and you know, Lindsay Taylor scoring the winning goal and doing a run that we were all standing there going, where's she going, why is she not at the back? But yeah, it was a great day, and just one that still doesn't feel quite real, and I don't know when it will feel real.
As dé an páirsteige san immerst a bhunaigh titel an téasan sa chai, thuair Callie cúnant bhliana le Hibs as Taurag. Bhana sin, bhain na fárstin skippe a chai an Inter Milan, agus hain dóchas na ché sin ach an toisicí éige leis a club.
I think for me it's a real pinch me moment. You know, as I say, I've gone from bottom six to playing Inter Milan, something that, you know, I could only have dreamed of, that I didn't ever think I would have achieved, if I'm honest. But to be there playing with the squad, and the result wasn't what we wanted, but hopefully we'll get more opportunities like that in the future. But for right now, obviously it's sad that it's come to an end, but it's a great experience for us all to say that we've played that part now and we've done that, and it really just pushes us on to want to achieve more. I think last year was a great season, and yeah, like, we can look back and see what we've achieved, but we now need to completely forget about that. This is a new season with, as I say, different competition and complete different challenges that are going to get thrown our way. So yeah, we've not really set ourselves anything except from that we want to go into every game and try and get 3 points and just put on a performance for, you know, ourselves and show what we're capable of and show that, you know, we're not going to be rolled over, and just really go and do ourselves proud and do the club proud, who have put in a lot of time and effort into us. We owe it to them to continue to develop. For me, you know, I just want to keep enjoying where I'm at. You know, I'm loving full-time football and I don't want to wish it all away. You know, I need to be here in the moment and really embrace what I've got. I think for me, you know, I want to get back into that national team setup. It's been a good few years, so hopefully to get put into the under-23s would be a real opportunity, and one that, you know, I'm really working towards. But I just want minutes, and I want to push to get minutes and develop as a player.